There are life skills that are necessary for all of us to survive and live a full life. It is very important for us to hone these skills for life. Let's know and discuss them more. Hello guys, my name is Kat, and if you want to know more about this topic, then please keep on watching. These life skills will transform your life, yet we're never formally taught how to learn them. But don't worry, we got you. We'll catch you up on these important skills that you may not know. The first one is knowing how to create and set a life vision. Ever have that one friend that's always living a fascinating, purpose-filled, and passionate life? Don't you feel a little bit left behind and jealous when you see them living a full life? Chances are it's not because they're more intelligent or dynamic. It's simply that they are more intentional about their goals and begin with the end in mind. They know what they want and are laser focused in getting there. The next is learning how to have a good sexual relationship. Sex is so much more than feeling fantastic. It's essential to a happy and passionate relationship with your partner. Sex is also an instrument for self-expression, empowerment, and learning to connect to someone on a deeper level. So how do we develop excellent sex skills? We've composed a great deal about sex and spoken with many professionals, but one key thing keeps coming up: interaction. Ask yourself, how well do I connect with my companion or companions? Do I recognize what they desire? Do they know what I want? Do I understand what I like? These are essential questions to ask yourself to develop great sexual skills. Next is to learn to eat veggies. I'm sure that you know how important it is to eat your veggies. We've heard this time and time again since we were kids. Yet, most people still choose to avoid eating vegetables. I like veggies, whether they're served as a side dish or as a sumptuous meal cooked by my mom. They always taste so delicious. The thing is, when I cook veggies myself, it always turns out bland and unappetizing. That's why I don't make my own veggie dishes. In the long term, consuming a vegetable-rich diet plan is very important for your body and even helps to extend years of your life. A poor diet will most definitely ruin your wellness. And in the short term, you require the vital nutrients, vitamins, and also fiber in veggies. Fortunately, making vegetables that you want to eat is relatively straightforward. The secret? Roasting. Dice, throw with the salt and olive oil, spread in an oven tray, and then turn the heat up to 425. They're delicious every time. The next life skill you need to learn is managing your stress and anxiety. When I was 26, I was working on crazy tasks with long unforeseeable hours and a demanding manager. My mom was sick, and I was in an on and off relationship with my partner. Around that time, I began feeling breathless at work. I sought help from medical professionals to get my heart, lungs, and mind checked. After several tests and various doctors, one of them suggested that I was severely stressed. They were right. The problem was that my stress and anxiety had gathered gradually. I just learned to deal with it and keep myself going until I could no longer breathe. Next is to learn to take control of your time. It used to seem like I was in control of my time. I usually start my day with an enthusiastic checklist of things I wish to accomplish, yet end the night irritated because I ended up procrastinating and being very unproductive. Even if procrastination is not an issue for you, taking control of your time is vital for a practical and fulfilled life. As you age from your 20s to 30s to 40s, the needs for your time expand. You have to do even more with less. Start by keeping track of how you invest your time for 2 or 3 days. Time is like money. You need to understand just how you're spending it before you can take control. Do it in 15-minute increments. You'll be astonished at how you spend and utilize your time. Next is learning to deal with people you don't like. The average individual will certainly spend 90,000 hours at work throughout their career. That's approximately 1/3 of your whole life, and a significant portion of it will be around individuals you do not like. Finding out exactly how to get things done with difficult people will decrease your stress and anxiety, increase your joy, and even give you leadership skills. It is also vital for you to learn to set boundaries. Difficult people are the worst, and there is absolutely no way to avoid them. One way or another, you will encounter these kinds of people at work, the shop, and even inside your own home. Whatever you do, they will always be around to test your limits. There are so many ways other people overstep your boundaries, from oversharing to bullying to inappropriate physical contact. It can be hard to determine what your boundaries are and also harder to apply them. If you spend a lot of time dealing with individuals that overstep your boundaries, it may be time for you to reflect over your relationship. If you wish to work on limits with family members, co-workers, or partners, seek help from a therapist. They are trained to help with issues like these. Next is learning how to reshift your focus when you are aggravated and caught in a rut. It takes place for everybody. It's normal. The question is, how can you make yourself unstuck the fastest and most effective way? Whether it's a year-long rut or just a couple of weeks, reshifting your focus when needed is a subtle but essential life skill. Another great life skill to learn is maintaining teamwork even when it's no longer fun. Effective partnerships are not easy to come by. Sure, there's a particular amount of opportunity and luck involved in obtaining relationships like these. However, it's really about the effort and work you put into it. Western culture romanticizes the concept of finding the right person and experiencing pure bliss when this happens. But as the officiant of my wedding put it, you're going to have to make the choice to love repeatedly, every single day of your life. It's a skill and a technique, much like anything else. Next is learning accountability. We've talked a lot about taking care of difficult people, but what if you yourself are the difficult one? How would you know other than hearing comments from others? Even if they're just simple remarks like jerk, it's necessary to hold yourself accountable to others. So how do you learn this and incorporate it into your life? Does it imply welcoming positive objection from the household, close friends and associates? Does it mean following the legislation, being straightforward on your taxes, or complying with public health policies? Because it's a private and personal issue, establishing individual accountability needs self-reflection. You can do this by reflecting upon your actions and even journaling your thoughts and experiences. We can't leave out learning to resolve conflicts with your significant others. An unresolved argument has burned bridges among family relationships, friendships, and many other partnerships. You possibly have experiences from your own life. I'm sure I do. Fortunately, resolving conflict is a skill that can be practiced and also grasped. It's all about figuring out the root cause of the issue and learning how to peacefully resolve it with your significant others. Next is learning to nurture lifelong relationships. I love my friends. However, as a parent who is in between jobs, I have much less time for my friends. How do you ensure your relationships last even as life happens? And when good old friends drift away, exactly how do you find new friends to connect with? Like any partnership, it takes some time, interest, and great effort to nurture friendships as an adult. It's almost close to impossible for your buddies spread across the nation to pop down the hall as you did in college. But that's okay. Looking after your relationships as an adult requires extra effort. Next is learning to be your own mental and physical health advocate. Even if you eat right, sleep well, and avoid drugs and vices, there will come a day when you require the assistance of a health expert. For some, simply getting to a physician or psychotherapist is a mental and physical battle. However challenging it may be, it is necessary to get yourself checked and seek help from doctors. Yes, doctors deserve our focus and respect. But the more medical care you obtain, the more you'll understand that medical professionals are just individuals. They have various training, worths, and top priorities. Some are outstanding audiences, while others are arrogant jerks. If you feel disrespected, inadequately cared for, or just not heard, feel free to seek help from another specialist or even speak out. In the long run, you hold the final say when it comes to your health and wellness. Next is learning how to offer your services. Service can take numerous types. There's business services, social services, and personal services. It can range from providing insurance services to serving in the community to extending your care and assistance for the elderly. No matter what it resembles for you, offering your service to others is an essential aspect to a life well lived. Next is to learn to make the most of your life. It is an inescapable truth that we are mortal beings who have limited time here on earth. So how can you make the most of the time that you have? Whether you're young or old, it is important to ponder upon this thought. Whatever it means to you, you will never be sorry for thinking about what you can do to make the most of every second of your day. You will not regret it. Last but not the least is learning how to continuously evolve and add more skills to your belt. I feel like many people are just observers of their own life. I am proud to say that I have never been one of those people. For as long as I can bear in mind, my life has been an ever-evolving task. I always look for something to research, shape, and seek. However, there's a dark side to this. Whenever I am not able to accomplish what I had in mind, I always feel empty. But I would not intend to live my life any other way. I'm not asking you to do what I do and embrace the habits I have in my life, but I hope you don't stop learning, growing, and evolving in order to live a more purpose-filled and impactful life. If you enjoyed watching this video and want to watch more content like this, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be updated on our latest videos. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button below this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.